What happens to substances that dissolve in a liquid? Many students think they disappear, or they get absorbed into the water when they are mixed. Is that really true? Welcome to Split Second Science. In this video, you will explore and investigate solubility by implementing two of HISD's elementary science best three practices, 3D to 2D transfer and Realia. 3D to 2D transfer is the purposeful movement within a lesson from concrete to abstract. Realia are objects from real life used as teaching tools to improve students' understanding. Realia is often placed on bulletin boards and interactive word concept walls. By blending these two best practices, we can set up an investigation to help students address the 5th grade science standard 5.5a about solubility. Our guiding question will be, which substances easily dissolve in water? Remember that a solution is a type of mixture in which one substance dissolves into another. Let's listen to the teacher development specialist as she tells you what materials you'll need.
The first thing that we need to do is to gather materials for this lab investigation. You'll need 3 cups or containers, just preferably have them to be the same size, 3 spoons, 1 teaspoon, and a measuring cup. The more substances that you decide to test, the more cups that you'll need. So on to the solutes. In this lab investigation, we'll be using black pepper, salt, as well as a drinking mix. And also you'll need a measuring cup with 100 milliliters of water for each of the substances being tested.
Now time for the fun part. As the activity is being conducted, students should be able to work with the objects being explored. This helps them to make connections between the concrete objects and abstract concepts and connect the academic and content language of the discipline. Let's watch as the TDS leads the investigations.
For each mixture, students will measure and mix 1 teaspoon of powdered substances and 100 milliliters of water. As you're working with students, you should have them note how things have changed in their interactive notebooks after each component. As students are completing the investigation, you should ask them questions such as, what changes did you notice? What did the salt and water look like when you mixed the 2 substances together? Can you still see the salt? These are types of questions that you want to ask for each individual component as they are doing the lab investigations. We want to provide students the opportunity to transfer their conceptual understandings from hands-on to paper and pencil assignments, including interactive notebooks, formative assessments, probes, etc. Make sure students are putting their observations onto their recording sheet in their interactive notebook as they are doing the investigation. It's important to do it while they're doing the investigation without waiting to the end.
The second substance that will be tested is pepper and water.
Ensure students are following the direct instructions as they did with the salt and water. They will put 1 teaspoon of pepper into 100 milliliters of water in the container that they're using. If you're using a smaller container than the one that I'm using, just ensure that you adjust the amount of substance that you are putting and also the amount of water that you're using in the cup.
It's also important that teachers are consistently checking for understanding when students are going through their 3D activity. Let's watch the final investigation.
The final substance that will be tested is for drink mix and water. Questions to ask as students complete the investigation again could be, what substance is easily dissolved in water? What physical changes are observed when a substance dissolves in water? When working with students, it's important as a teacher to ask these guiding questions throughout a lab investigation. While 3D experiences are essential for conceptual understanding of science concepts, it is equally important that teachers plan how these experiences can be transferred to student mastery on 2D outputs such as science notebook entries, exit tickets, district assessments, and STAR. In this investigation, we used 3D to 2D transfer as students were using their notebook entries to record observations. In addition to that, at the end of the investigation, we can supply students with sentence frames to have them continue to show their understanding of the concept of solubility.
In this video, we implemented two of HISD's best 3 practices, 3D to 2D transfer and Realia, in a lesson that centered around solubility of substances in water. We showed how students could manipulate concrete 3D materials and connected vocabulary and concepts to the real-life models to learn that a solution is a type of mixture in which one substance dissolves into another. We learned that teachers should locate and collect realia that will aid students in understanding and mastering the concepts around which physical properties changed or remain the same when a solid is dissolved into a liquid. Thank you for watching, and check out the other videos in our Split Second Science channel.